You ain't talking big, get out my way a little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macho with a rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way a little bit.
She don't know the occupation. I just want to know that
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready, break.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. 53 is the mark. 53. Go out.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The drive starts with a completion left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Ebron's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
New England.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
That ball complete to Isabella. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, make you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. Check 24. Hey, high 7. 53, Mike. It's our field. Hey,
out of the gun is Minshew. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alpha.
To throw again on second down. Minshew, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Steelers 7. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. 11 yards there, first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, New England.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 14. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Bravo. 53, check 53. He's scared.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Minshew going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
That's the score. Patriots 20. Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll look to throw now on first down.
2nd and inches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Good. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, box truck. Get it.
Here's Minshew. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
That's the score. Steelers 28. Patriots 20.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throw is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Dancing to his left. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
To Nick Chubb.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
The pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Minshew sets to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Minshew, 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
What we got? 61. Matchbox light. 10. Hard. Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, high 7.
It'll be Minshew again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On the carry.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rock it. Okay, Alpha. Back. Watch the ship.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, echo. Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Bravo.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackles options for him, and it's another 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Greystone, Travis. Go. Check down.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Coming to you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 2nd down, Michel. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Exit. 53, Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 50.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Hey, Charlie. Defense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Patriots 17-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. X3, 218, chop. Lucky. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready? 53. 65. Mike, 53. Mike. Smooth. You ain't got nothing.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A gain of 3, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
2-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Returning it, Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.